All right, welcome everyone. Welcome to this short crash course over the summer. And this course is intended to make sure you guys are ready for uh, the coming NMSQT as well as the SAT, and also keep you guys busy in the summer as well. So before we start it, I want you to kind of like you guys did the introductions and all everything. So I know you guys, a lot of you guys in person. So I'm gonna skip that part and then we'll start jumping right away to the session point of view. So you know, so a couple of things, SAT or PSAT or NMSQT. So these are all the same thing. You can look into it. Okay. So what's the same and what's the difference in between these? So that way we should be good to go with that. So as you guys do know, PSAT is or the NMSQT will help you to get the scholarships on this. And then this is for you to apply for the colleges. Okay. So now let's go over quickly a couple of things. And one question is always I ask, why do I need to take the extra help? Okay. So if I don't know why I'm taking extra help, and then I really don't pay attention to it. So first of all, why? And then how? Where? So these are the basic questions you always ask yourself, like, hey, why do I need to take this test? Or why do I need to go to this coaching center? Or why do I need to take some help? So all these things, like, okay, so why part we're gonna, I think as we spoke with before as well. Let's say if any question is given to you, and then if I show you that we can do that same question in less than 10 seconds or 20 seconds, and that helps you and puts you in a better position. So that's one of the reasons is why. And a lot of the techniques we do in the class, and your books doesn't show them. If you look at a book, you have a long, lengthy answers, which takes a longer time to read, in order to answer the problem itself. So that's one of the reasons is why you are here. And then how are we going to do it? We're going to do it more very interactively. Interactively, you will be taking some notes and you write down some shortcuts in there. So that's how we're going to prepare you. And then we're going to take some quizzes. And then finally, we have a big test. All these will gonna be it. And then where you guys are here already, so we're gonna help you guys up there too. Okay, next. So as you guys already know, when it comes to the SAT or the digital SAT, and in the last session, Miss Evelyn mentioned about the timings and all. It's a test is 2 hours 14 minutes long. Okay, and this is not including the breaks. Okay, so you will get a 10 minutes break in between the modules. So I think you already know, or if you don't know it, this is how it is gonna go. So you're gonna get the reading mod one. If you get the module one, so based on how you do this, and then your next reading module will be selected. It could be easy next one, or easy, or the hard next one. Everybody understand? This is where the adopt to test comes into the picture. Based on how you do these questions on this module, you will be placed on either easy one or the hard one. Okay, based on that, you will be scored. Similarly, math also. Math, you will get a consist of easy questions, medium, then hard questions. Based on how you do it, the second module will be either easy one or the hard one. Okay, so what does that means? It is important that you take it seriously on the first module itself. Okay? All right, give me 1 second. Okay, guys, one more thing. We are taking the attendance. Can you guys please rename it yourself and make sure you put the name that you have it on the system, or that way we can take it. So if you go to on your camera or the picture, there was a little three dots out there. If you click on the three dots, it will say rename. So then just go ahead and then rename it yourself. Okay, so that way we can take it correctly, the attendance as well. Good to go? All right, so now you guys understand why you need to be here. and then how you're going to prepare, and also where we're going to get through that too. Now, you guys do know how the test is going to look like. Now you have a overall picture what is expected to. Now, next, let's jump into the real content. And, this is where, you guys need help, and we help you guys as well. So, and we're going to start with the geometry today. Okay. The reason behind is a lot of the kids, they struggle with the geometry. So we're going to take care of the geometry first, and then we're going to look into the other concepts as well. And some of you guys feel much easier. Some of you guys are feel this is difficult. The one reason is you did this one long time ago, or maybe you did it in the middle school, or maybe you're not started yet. So whatever it is, you guys are here for techniques as well as the concepts. So I will teach the concept and give you the technique so that way you feel comfortable and confident. Okay. All right. So let's get started on this one. So in the geometry part, if you look at it, we'll start with the lines and angles, lines and angles. So what I want you to guys pay close attention. I don't want you to write everything that I write on the screen. I want you to pay more attention, instead of writing. I will tell you what to write. Okay. Then you can take a notes on it. Obviously, those questions I give you, then you got to work on those. And also, please have your calculator. Okay, whatever the calculator you want to use it for the test, make sure you have your calculators with you. Okay, so we're gonna all that math as itself. Okay, next, lines and angles. We're trying to crunch it, all of these. So acute angles, obtuse angles, acute, obtuse, right angles. I'm not going to go deep in because you already know what it is. Now, complementary angles. Okay, can someone tell me like what's the complementary angles are? Raise your hand, or you can just unmute it and then tell me what's the complementary angles. Sanvi, what's the complementary angles?
Are they the angles that add up to 90 degrees?
That's correct. So angles add up to 90 degrees. Add up to 90 degrees. And then supplementary add up to 180 degrees. Okay. That's the main, important thing that you need to know. We're going to look at some problems and solve those things. Then you can make more sense out of that too. Next, out of these angles are done. Next one is the parallel lines. Parallel lines. So the parallel lines is basically, you guys you already know it. If I have a two lines, I draw a transversal, and if I put some numbers on this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, so a couple of things you guys need to know, the properties of these. So the properties of these angles. So I'm going to ask one of you guys, you can just tell me, there's angles of 1, let me go over, 1 and 3, 4, 2 and 4, 5, 7, 6, 8. What kind of angles are these? Who can tell me? Raise your hand if you know it. Yep, Ara. What did you say? Louder.
Congruent.
They are congruent, but there's a name for them. Any other? Yes, Ritanya?
Opposite angles?
Opposite angle. That's close to, and we can call them too. Yep. Sahini. Is that? Did I say correctly?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Just Hasi.
Sahasni. Okay. Yes.
Interior angles?
We're
Or
looking at 1, 3, 2, 4, or 5, 7, 6, 8. Okay. So name is vertical angles. Okay, vertically opposite angles. Opposite is correct, but at the same time we have to put a vertical because they have a vertex on them. Okay, vertically opposite angles. Okay, and they are equal. They're congruent. You guys are correct. It is congruent, but the name is vertically opposite angles. Next. Next one, 1, 5, 2 and 6, 4 and 8, 3 and 7. What type of angles are these? Anyone?
Corresponding angles.
That's correct. Corresponding angles. Corresponding angles. And they're also equal. Okay, so the corresponding angles also equal. Next. Angle 3, 4, 5, 6. And these angles are called interior angles. These are interior. And then whatever the outside part is the exterior. Okay, so the outside part is exterior, is inside is interior angles. Obviously, these are interior angles, but I'm going to take 3 and 5 and then 4 and 6. What angles are these, if anyone know it?
Alternate interior angles?
That's correct. Alternate interior. Alternate interior. Similarly, 1, 7 and 2 and 8. And these?
Alternate
Is it
exterior?
excellent alternate exterior? Okay, so, and these are all basic information on that, but obviously we are going to look at some questions on these. Then you feel like, okay, so why are we learning all these? All right. Then obviously one thing I want to let you know, you feel, oh, I know this already. That is correct. And we are going to go over some questions, the type of the questions you see them on the test. Okay. And that's what you guys are here. Okay, so I'm gonna put a one question that normally we see on the test. Let's see here. Okay, Ara, go ahead and then read this question loud and clear.
Me?
Yeah.
In the figure above, ABCD is a parallelogram, and point B lies on AE, line AE. If x equals 40, what is the value of y?
All right, now you guys, your turn. Go ahead and then answer this question. And once you get your answer, you can send me a message, private message, so I can see, who got the answer. If you don't know it, that's okay. We're gonna go over it anyways. Okay? Excellent. I see some answers coming up already. Very good. Okay. All right. I see some answers up already. Nice, nice. Good work. Nice.
Sorry, I joined in late. What are we doing?
Okay, so we're solving the question that was on the screen. Okay, and we just gone over some concepts first, and we're working on the problems now. All right. Okay, so I see some answers already. Good job. Very good. Nice answers. Now we're gonna go over quickly. So Srihan, go ahead and then help me with how you did it.
I substituted 40 for all the x, and then I just
Mm-hmm.
added it up. And since it's a line, it's like equal to 180, like if it's full angles 180. So I just
Right.
subtracted, like when I added them, I got 120, so I just subtracted 120 from 180. And then
Mm-hmm.
since they're like opposite, I
Yep.
got 60.
That's right. So this is 180 minus 120. That's a 60 degrees. And then obviously these are a parallelogram. These are the keywords that you need to always pay attention when you have a questions on them. So since it is a parallelogram, if this is a 60 degrees, obviously this will be the 60 degrees as well. Okay, so they're opposite, and then you get the answer pretty fast. So see, you see, answer out there. Good work. Nice. Okay. Very good. Now let's go and bump up the little bit of level now. All right, next question on the screen. There you go. Let's go. Tilak, can you please read this question for us?
Yeah, sure. In the figure above, line L and M are parallel. What is the value of x?
Okay. So they give you in the question they give you the lines are parallel. That's a key that you need to know. These are parallel lines. And what's the value of the x? X, what is the value of the x? Give it a try. Okay. I see some answers coming up. Very good. All right, that looks good. Some answers already pop up. Very good. 30 more seconds. Alrighty. All right, let's go. Okay. Mahita, can you tell me how you get it?
What I did, I drew a triangle, so I extended the line that's 43 degrees.
Okay.
And then I calculated the amount of degrees inside the triangle.
Okay.
And then I got the third angle and then subtracted that from 180 to find x.
So kind of like you did this way.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's good. Very good. Does anyone have a different strategy? No? You guys follow the same? All right.
I don't know if this is right, but I
Okay.
added 36 and 43 and subtracted that from 180 to get 101.
Okay. So you added these two and then subtracted from 180. So why did you do? Any reason behind?
Uh, my thought process was since the two lines are parallel,
Uh-huh.
43 and 36 are not congruent, so they are complementary. no, supplementary. So I thought if you subtract both of those by 180, you'll find x, which is in the middle between those two.
Yeah, one thing is we need to make sure whatever we give the answer, we support with that one reasoning as well, okay? But here we don't see any supplementary out there. So one way we definitely can do this problem this way, eyes on here. So I'm going to tell you in a little faster way. So obviously when you find each triangle and then find each angles and then you can come back to here. Yes, you can do that way, but it is going to take time. But this is a faster way of doing it, okay? So I'm going to draw a parallel line like that. Okay? When I draw a parallel line here, obviously when these lines are parallel, this 43 and then this angle right here, they're alternate interior. Remember we talk about the rules? If this is 43 and this is going to be 43. If this is 36, this is also 36. So the x is 43 plus 36. Okay, 79. If this question comes under the test, this is the tip. Tip, add the numbers or the angles. Okay, so if you see the question like this, they're parallel, just add them and then give the answer, less than 10 seconds. You don't need to do any math because it's a parallel lines, it's alternate interior, alternate interior angles, and you get the answer faster. Good to go? So write it down, those tips, techniques that helps you guys save time. Okay, so we see some questions from the test, so that way you feel confident along the way too. All right, next we're gonna pull some more practice on the parallel lines. Let's see. The first questions, I'm gonna put some questions up here. I want you guys, let's do some practice on these. Okay, now go ahead and answer these questions, 1, 2, and 3. Whether you get a wrong answer or right answer, no problem. But I want you guys to try it. It's okay if you get a mistake, not a big deal. But if you don't do it and then waiting for someone to explain, that's not good, okay? It's okay to give it a try first. If you don't get it, that's okay. We're not a problem. We're gonna go over. And thank you for writing. If you don't know it, you can always write it. I'm not sure. That's okay. I don't know. That way I know what to focus on there too, okay? All right, 30 more seconds. Let's see, most of the answers coming up. Okay, that's right. Thank you. All right, speed is also important. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, eyes on the board. Let's see. Maybe I can ask you a couple of you guys to answer. Uh, Kaushika, can you tell me how you get the first one?
Since A and B equal 180, I just did 180 minus 42, which was 138.
Very good. That's correct. Because there are like, if you bring this A here, this is going to be A. So A plus B is 180 degrees. So if I know the A, take away from 180 and you get the other one. Everybody good to go? All right, next one. Let's see. Ritanya, can you go over the number 2?
So you just like add up all the equations and make it equal to 180, and then
That's
just
right. That's correct. So it says interior angle. Whenever these type of problems, this is what you will need to do it. Again, in general, what we do this way, right? You add x plus 10 plus x minus 20, x plus 40, which is 180 degrees. That's why you set it, right? And then you combine like terms, 3x, and then plus 30 equals 180. So you do all these math. That's the 150, x is 50 degrees. Okay. But what I want to say is technique. Let me change color. Let's see. I want to get something brighter. Okay. So the technique I can say, you combine the like terms here. 1x, 2x, 3x, right? So that's 3x's. Now 10 minus 20 plus 40, that's 30. So take away from 180. So that's 150. And then x is 50. Okay, you see that? We skipped a couple of steps. That's what we need to do. We got to skip some steps up there. Next one. Triangle ABC. AB is given 8. BC, I'm going to take a little bit draw. AB, I'm going to put some sides. It is not drawn to scale. BC is 5. What's the maximum and the minimum possible? Let's see, who answered this one? Okay. Let's see, a couple of you guys did. Still working on. Okay. Okay. All right, a couple of you guys are not sure on this problem, but I really want you guys, put a star onto this one because this is important for the test. Okay. So pay attention to it. Now, so when it comes to this one, the triangle property is sum of any two sides, it should be more than third side. That's the key. Okay. If you add any of these two, should be more than the third one. So the AC should be less than 8 plus 5. Okay. And also there's another rule. The difference of the side should be more than or the less than the third side. So which is basically AC got to be greater than 8 minus 5. Okay. Now 8 plus 5 is 13. 8 minus 5 is 3. So your answer between 3 and 13. My writing is a little, okay. That's the answer. Write it down, please. This is an important one. for the test. Okay, some of the questions on them. At any point of time you guys don't understand, please feel free to ask questions, okay? That way I can help you guys too. Next. All right, the next question or the next rule, we'll move on to the rule. The exterior angle theorem. Okay, next one. Exterior angle theorem. What is that? Let's say if I have a triangle. Okay, so in this triangle, if I say this is A, this is B, and this is C, this one is always A plus B, the exterior angle. This is really important, okay? And I'll tell you why, and then how this helps you to answer questions faster too. Okay. All right, so next one, based on this, let's do a little small question. Avi, are you with me?
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Can you please read this question for me?
The figure above shows three intersecting lines. What is the value of C in terms of A and B?
So these are the questions, they confuse you, but at the same time, they're not difficult because there's no math involved, all just a little bit of logic. Okay, go ahead and then try this one, everyone. Good. See some answers coming up. That's good. All right, who can help me with this one? Mahita?
Um, the
How did you get it?
angle A and angle B are two of the interior angles that are already given. So based
Mm-hmm.
on the theorem, A plus B would equal C. So in terms of C, it would be A plus B.
That's good. See? Now, let's say if I don't know the rule, and this is how I'm going to solve. This is B, that means this is B. If this is A, and this is going to be A. So first of all, what I'm going to do, my brain says like, hey, go ahead and then find this one because we have the triangle. So that one will be, let's say this is Y, okay? So the Y equal 180 minus A plus B. Everybody agree? Because the sum of the angles in a triangle is 180, and I'm taking away an A plus B, so I get the Y. But now to get a C, I need to take away 180 minus Y. right? So it's a 180 minus y means is this, which is 180 minus a plus b. Now, distribute the negative out there. Cross this out, you end up with a plus b. Or the tip or the tip is, once you get this a and b, obviously c is the exterior angle, a plus b. So you save a lot of time there. See that? So exterior angle theorem. Making sense? Good. All right, let's move on to the next question. Okay, so next one is another important question for the test. I'll see how many of you guys can answer this one correctly. Let's see. Sriyan, go ahead and read this one for us.
Um, in the figure above, if AD equals DB equals DC, what is the value of X plus Y?
Okay, give it a try, everyone. It's okay to struggle. And if you have a difficulty with that, just, you can put it, I'm not sure. That's okay. All right, 30 more seconds. All right, I see some answers. Seems like a couple of you guys are got it, and a couple of you guys are trying to All right, not sure. Okay. Okay, let's see. Who's the brave soul to help me with this? Yep, RO.
So you like count out, 1 sec.
Mm-hmm.
Look at you like find out the sum of like the entire angle since there's two, let's do the x side first. Since there's
Mm-hmm.
x's, or there's one x, but the other side's also blank. I ask for
Right.
2x.
Okay, you put X here,
Yeah,
but why?
because it's like blank. And
If it is a blank that you're gonna put an X, it should be a reason, right? Who knows the reason? Mahita?
I don't.
No? That's okay. Yeah, again, one more thing, guys. As you guys do know, I've been teaching almost like more than your age now. Yeah, it's almost like 19, 20 years now. So if you don't know it, it's okay. All right? But it's the time to learn. So we want you to make sure you guys are good to go. Srihan?
Is it because it's the unknown angle? So you put an X there?
Okay. Okay. Titania?
Isn't it because it says AD and DB are equal, so
That's
the
right.
opposite like thing is also equal?
Excellent. That's correct. Okay. The reason behind here, 80 it says dB. So that means these side lengths are equal. In a triangle, when the two sides are equal, the opposite angles are equal. That's a rule. That's a rule. Okay. So this is the basic rules in triangles. If I have a triangle, if these two sides are length same and these angles are same too. Okay. So if you don't know it, please write it down there. So, and that's reason Ara took it. This is X. This is also X. If this is Y, this is also Y. Okay. Now, Ara, what's the next step? What did you do?
I like put the 2x to the left side, and like on the other side I minus 180 by 1.
Mm-hmm. So X plus 180 equal 180,
Yeah,
right? And then 2X plus 108 equal 180.
well, sure, but then I put the 2x to the other side and then
Okay.
minus and got 78. Then I divided it by 2 and got
You got X is how much?
36.
X is 36. You guys know the algebra. I don't want to do that little stuff, but that's one thing. And then also here, Y plus Y, and this is 72, right? 72 degrees plus 72 equals 180. And then, oops, why this is coming? Huh, it doesn't want to go. Okay, there you go. Strange. Okay. Um, I don't know what's going on. Give me 1 second. Okay. It's 180 degrees, and then 2y equal 108. How much is the y? 50? 4 degrees, right? Now, once you get the x and y, what we're going to do is we're going to add x plus y. So 36 plus 54, 90 degrees. Good? Everybody got it? Okay. Thumbs up on the screen. There's a little reactions out there. Put a thumbs up on the screen. All right, that's good. Excellent. Okay. Now, once I know this is the way you do it, right? Because now you know the math, you did that all the stuff, how long it took. Probably if you know the math, obviously it takes maybe a minute, right? Now, what's the point? This is the reason you guys are here. Watch this tip. If your question C, AB, like AD, DB, DC, they're equal, your answer is 90 degrees all the way at time. Your answer is 90 degrees. Why? Just imagine this is a center. These are the equal side lengths, right? If you draw a circle, the circles, we'll learn this rules later. Here's the circle, this is the center, this is always 90 degrees. Okay, this is one of the properties out there. So if you see a question like this, your answer is 90. Done. And the other people, straight A kids, that they're struggling to answer this question like this, guess what you guys are gonna do? You put the answer and then move on to the next question. Does that make sense? Easy? Good. Srihan, did you raise your hand? Or are you good
Yeah,
to go?
wait, could you repeat the tip again? I don't really
Okay,
understand it.
that's right. Okay. Yeah, because it's always remember, okay? Ask questions. I'm happy when you ask questions. 99% I know it. If I don't know it, I'll find it and let you know. But the tip again, if you see a question, AD, DB, DC, these equal, they're like a radius. Your answer is always 90 degrees. Okay? The reason behind is if it is a circle, if this is the center or the diameter, the angle on a semicircle is 90 degrees. That is the rule behind it. But all you need to know, if you see that, your answer is 90. Boom, move on to the next. Okay? No matter what angles you see here, if it is 108 or 109, 110, doesn't matter. Who cares? Your answer is always 90 degrees.
So if it's like, does it have to be like 3 lines and then only
Yep,
it's 90 degrees? Okay,
that's correct. Okay?
thank you.
Let's say if I say this is not 108 and maybe 120. Can you guys try to find out what is x plus y? Just do the same math and see what you guys get.
Wait, x plus 1 or x plus y?
X plus y. Instead of 108, if I give you 120 degrees, I'm going to find out what's x plus y is going to be. Do the way the straight A kids do it, like this way, step by step, and see what you guys get. Carnell, what did you get?
I got 90, I got 60. My answer, I got
Mm-hmm.
30 for the X side,
Mm-hmm.
and then I got 60 for the Y side.
So when you add up, that's always 90 again. You see that? Doesn't matter what number they're going to give you out there. So we always get 90 degrees. Okay? So that's the important technique that you need to know. Good to go? Good work, guys. So it's 2:50. All right, let's get you guys a 10 minutes break. All right, guys, give a 10 minutes break. Go get some restrooms and then we'll start again. Okay, so we talk about a couple of the important techniques here. Obviously, if you do it the regular method, obviously it takes at least minute to minute 30 seconds. But if you know the technique, you don't need to do the math. All you have to look at the question and then you're done and then move on to the next one. Okay, nice. So moving on, and the next important one in the triangles is the special triangles. Special triangles. And this one will be very, very helpful when you're taking your trigonometry class and also a little bit of algebra 2 class. So the special triangle is always helpful and when it comes to the trig. Okay. Now, one thing, you have calculators allowed. So most of this stuff you can do it on using trigonometry, using calculators, which is faster too. But I'm going to put it on too, so that way you know how to answer these questions. So in the special triangles, first one we have 30, 60, 90. In a 30, 60, 90, a special triangle, opposite to 30 is x, and 90 is 2x, is x radical 3. Okay, what does this mean? Let's say if I have a triangle like this is 30 degrees, this is 90, this is obviously 60, this is x, this is going to be 2x, this is x radical 3. Okay, so based on this, you will see some questions on the test. Okay, based on this, you can see some questions on the test as well. I'm going to put up one quick question and then let's go and then try this one. Let's see. Mahita, please read this question for us.
What is the area of a 30, 60, 90 right triangle if the hypotenuse is 12 centimeters long?
So there's a 30, 60, 90 triangle. They give it to us already. And they're asking, the hypotenuse is given. We need to find out the area. Let's give it a try and see what you guys think. It's a good test question as well. All right. Okay. All right, I see some answers. Does anyone wants to go over? Explain it to me. Let's see who will raise the hand. No one? Tanya? Can you help?
Oh, I didn't
Go
raise my
ahead.
hand.
I know.
Oh,
Can you
yeah.
help? Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so I drew out my triangle
Good.
and then I like labeled the sides. So the hypotenuse is always across from the 90 degrees.
90 degrees. Okay, good.
So that would be 12 centimeters long. And then I just chose one angle to be 60 degrees and one angle to be 30 degrees.
Okay, good job.
So then if 12 is 2x, then the one opposite of the 30 degrees would just be 6.
Okay, good.
And
Good,
then
good.
the 60 degrees would be x root 3, so it'd be 6 root 3. And now we use triangle area formula, which is just
That's
1/2 base times height.
Very good. Good job. Okay. Because I see that your answer is correct. That's the reason I called you. All right. That's good. So I like that. So the way you process everything is pretty good. Draw the triangle, choose one of them. Now you have the base and then height and a half a times. Base is 6 or 6 radical 3 and then times 6. And you can just cross this out. 18 radical 3 centimeters square. Okay. 18 radical 3 centimeters square. Everybody understand this? Oh, you get it? Yeah. But how can we do it a little faster? Because we are looking every chance that we can pick up the speed. Tip. So whenever you see questions like this, you don't need to draw the triangle. Okay, this is what you need to know. I mean, you need to already know some basics up here. So hypotenuse is 12, which is 2x. Hypotenuse is 90, right? So that's 2x. X is 6. 6 and the other one is 6 rad 3. So you multiply these two and divide by 2. Or, obviously half of this is 3. 3 times 6 is 18 rad 3. See there? So we don't do all the work. We got to be smart on this one. But again, if you're a school teacher, then I'll ask you to all show me all these work. That's the difference up here. Get it? Okay. So it's really important that we take a look at out there too. Good to go? Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Speed is good. That's important for us. Okay, so the next one, let's look at okay. The 30, 60, 90 is done. Now we're going to move on to the special triangle, 45, 45, 90. The next one is 45, 45, 90 degrees. Okay. Now same thing in 45, 45, 90 also. This is x, x, rad 2, x, or x rad 2. I put an x rad 2. Okay. That will be easier. Okay. Because you can write a radical 2x, but again, this is where you can put the number there. Automatically it gives you the like 6 rad 2 or something like that. So this is easier. Okay. So what we're going to do, let's say I'm going to put this one 45, 45, 90. So obviously this is, yeah, x rad 2, x, and then x. Okay. Let's do a question like this. Let's do some practice questions on this. Not exactly on this one, but again, let's do a couple of practice questions. Go ahead and then answer this one. This is not 45, 45, 90, but it is similar, not this one before question we did. Good? Got the answers? Anyone can help me with this? Colonel, you got the answer? Okay, tell me what is
Yeah.
it? What is it?
I said 115.
How you get it?
And Because if it's an exterior angle, that means it will be supplementary. So
right.
all I did was take 180 and subtract that from 65 to get 118.
That's it. Because these are interior angles. This is the exterior angle theorem. Like interior angles are given to you, and what's the exterior angle? So the exterior angle is sum of the interior angles. So exterior angle will be 45 plus 65. Okay, good work. Good. Let's move on. Couple more questions, and then we should be done with this. Okay, next one. Mahiti, can you please read the question number 9?
What is the hypotenuse of a right triangle with one leg of 20 and an area of 100?
All right. And Sanvi, read the question number 10.
The sides of the equilateral triangle A are twice those of equilateral triangle B. If the area of triangle B is 50, what is the area of triangle A?
Okay. Give it a try and see what you guys get. One thing for sure, especially for the math, we are going to forget. That's the nature of the math is itself like that. Where today you feel like, oh, I got it. I got this one. And especially if someone doing it, then you feel like, oh, I got this one. But when you do it your own, you feel like, oh, what do I do my next step? What's my next step? Like that. But once you get practice with it, and you're gonna get super fast and then super good with them. But this is important thing is the practice. Okay. So just go over the notes. We'll send you those notes. So go over the notes and we'll send you some homework. Finish that homework. That way you're simultaneously, get through it. Because once your school starts, you guys are gonna go crazy busy, especially, if you're taking some AP and that's a lot of work. There's a lot of Okay. All right, let's go over the number 9. Let's see who can give me the answer. Any brave souls who can tell me? Number 9. Come on. Let's see, Srihan. You're thinking. Okay, tell me.
Oh, I don't know how to do this one.
Okay, you don't know number 9. Okay, that's all
Yeah.
right. Anyone else got an answer for this, number 9? Sai Hasni?
So one second, wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what I did is it says that the area is 100, so I equated that. I put 100 equals 1/2 times and it says the leg is 20, so I put times 20, but it doesn't give us the other leg. So if you do algebra, you figure out that the other leg is 10.
Okay.
Then using that, you use the Pythagoras theorem to find the hypotenuse. And then you get
Good. Very good. I like that. So it's 100 equals half times base times height. So one leg is given base. That is good to go. And then, so your height will come again 10. So once your height is 10, and in these two, since it is a Pythagorean or the right triangle, you can use the Pythagorean theorem. So say once this is 10 and this is 20, obviously this one will be square root 10 square plus 20 square. Okay? Which is 100 plus 400 square root of 500. So 500, you can't leave it like that. You have to write a simplified square root. So that's going to be 5 times 100, or 10 radical 5. Okay? 10 rad 5. What is it? Centimeters. It doesn't say anything, so leave it like that. Good to go, everyone? Make sense? Yeah. Good one. All right, number 10. Tilak.
Since it's like says the sides of the equilateral triangle of A are like twice those of triangle B is like 50 divided by 2, right? So like wait, yeah, and like 20.
What's the answer? What did you get?
20, 25, right? Or
25.
oh, it's the opposite way, right? Yeah, okay. So it should be 100. It's
Okay, not sure.
yeah.
Okay. All right, no worries. Anyone else want to explain this one? No? Difficult? Okay. All right, let's go look at it. Okay, eyes on the board. Okay, so the first thing, same way. The sides of an equilateral triangle A are the twice of those equilateral triangle B. Okay, now the area of the triangle B is 50. So let's say if this is equilateral triangle, we need to get an equilateral triangle. So if let's say if this is the base, this is going to be 2B. If this is the hitch, right? And it's going to be twice, it's 2H. So the area will be half a times basis and then height, which is we can write is 2BH. So that one gives you how much? And then other one is the alpha times the base times height. Okay, but one thing is given to you, the area of the triangle A is 4 times of the B. This is the area of the B. So we're going to just put it up there and then answer this question here. Okay, so what's going to be the A value? How much is that? Give you the hint. How much do you guys think? What's the area of a triangle A? So this is triangle A, triangle B. Anyone? No? Let me see if anyone put the answer in there. Okay, pretty close. Not 100. Not sure. Yeah, 100 is not correct. Okay. Now, carefully look at it. So, right here. So the twice of those, the area of the B is given 50. So area of the B is given 50. So if this is 50, and then how much is this going to be, right? So you have a 2BH. That's why you want to get it out there. So in 2BH, and this is the area, And let's go find out what is the BH is. So area of the B is 50, right? 50 equals a half a times BH. And then BH is 100. But guess what? Area of the triangle is area of a triangle A is 2BH. So that's going to be a 2 times 100. That is 200. Okay, take a look at it, because these are the level 4 questions. This is where you makes the difference between you and other kids. If you do these questions correctly, your score will skyrocket it. And this will decide whether you're going to get a harder level or lower level. So check it. If you don't understand, raise your hand and say like, hey, I'm not sure how you did it. I didn't get it. That's okay. I can help. Good. Make sense? Mahita, can you explain it to us? What did we do on the screen?
The smaller triangle, the equation for that is 1/2 BH. And because the second one is twice as big, the equation for
Right.
that would be 2BH.
Yep.
And if you put the area in a 50, you can isolate base times height, which is 100, and then you plug that into the second equation. So when you do 2 times 100, which is base times height, you get 200.
You got it. Okay. Very good. Good. Okay, let's go next one. Okay, the next one. And then these are the questions you always see on the test as well. So we're going to finish this triangles and together. That way should be good to go. Let's give it a try. In the given figure, lines A, B, and C intersect at a point. What's the value of the x? Wait, where is the x? Oh, wait, that's not the right question. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I think I put the wrong one there. There. Okay, so this is the given figure. Okay, this question goes to that. Answer it fast, please. Nice, nice, nice. Good, good. Cool. Very good, very good. Answers are coming very nice. So let's see who can help me with this one. Whom did I ask you? Let's see. A David. I don't know why I call you A David. Okay. That's not your name. Okay, go ahead. Are you still there? Yeah, help me.
So, since you can see that there's a right angle, that means that you can subtract 57 from 90.
Okay.
Which gives you 33. And since that angle and x are vertical angles, that x is 33.
Okay, everybody got it? This is 90, this is 90, and or you add them and then take away from 180, or 180 minus 90 plus 57. Okay, and that should be your answer there. Good. Next one, this figure, and the question is this. And those who took a geometry last year, this one, you guys already noticed this one. So AB and D are parallel. What's the length of AC? And this is a level 4 question. It's a little bit of a tough one, but you guys can do it. I know you got this. Good? Anyone got it? Difficult? Easy questions, everybody does it, right? Correct? Everybody do it, those easy questions. The only the difference when you get these type of questions, if you're able to do it right, then your score will skyrocket. Nice, nice. Are you working? Good job. Good, good. So definitely those people took a geometry last semester, you have advantage of these questions. You can do it easily. Okay, all right, good to go. Anyone answers? No one? Yes. Oh, yes. Okay, I see that Tanya took good job. Good job. Yeah, go ahead.
So like the ratio is like 20 to 40 because of the EE and
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
like you put 20 over 40 equals 18 over BC, then you like cross multiply 20 times BC and then 18 times 40.
Mm-hmm.
Get you get 20 BC equals 720. Then you like divide 20 on both sides and get BC, which is 36. After you do that, you use the Pythagorean theorem, a squared. Yeah.
Nice. Very good. Okay, what's the answer?
Answer is like Wait, we're allowed to use calculators, right?
Yes.
Okay, okay.
100% you can use the calculators. Entire test. Okay?
So the non-simplified square root is 2008 square root 2896, which just simplifies to 4 square root.
Radical 181. Okay. Litanya, how did you do it?
No, I realized I did it the same way. I just didn't
You did the
like
same way.
use the fraction stuff because it's just when I saw 20 and 40, I realized the portion was 2. So it would be 18 times 2, which was 36. And I did 40 squared plus 36 squared.
Excellent. I like that logic too. Yes, Vihan?
Wait, I just found the hypotenuse of like the triangle for 20 and 18, and then I just multiplied that by 2 since that's the ratio. Can't you just do that?
Yeah. But how you get the hypotenuse though?
Because I just did Pythagorean theorem, just 20
Right, for
squared
these two.
plus 18 squared and the square root.
Excellent. You guys see that? Now I see 3 strategies. You got it. So one, you can use the ratios and then you can get like here the entire thing, x value, get it. X is also 18. Now the total is 36. And then use the Pythagorean theorem to get the answer of AC. That's one strategy. Or, and then Shihan mentioned like I see that like this is the double because 20 and this is 40. So it's a double. Now if I find the Pythagorean theorem of these two, 20 and then 18. So you're going to get square root 20 square plus 18 square, and you get some answer there, right? So then it is going to be a double third. So this is 2 radical 181. So that's double is going to be 4 radical 181. Okay. So there are a couple of ways you can answer this question.
Well, I have a
Which is,
question.
yes.
I got the first part wherever I figured out 36, but how did you how did you get 4 radical 181?
Okay. So if this is 18, this whole thing is 36. Now, it's just since the right triangle, Pythagorean theorem says a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So we're finding AC, so that's the hypotenuse. So it's AC equals square root 36 squared plus 40 squared. Okay?
Wait, why
So
do
when
you
you,
put in a square root?
oh, I'll write it one more step. Then AC squared equal BC squared. Where is going on this one? Okay. AC squared equal, oops, pen, come on. BC squared plus AB squared. And then AC will be square root of that.
Okay,
You get it?
yeah.
Yeah. I skipped some steps here, basically. Right? So, and then you do the math, and that's how it's going to bring it up to here. So I'm not going to do the math because you guys already have calculators on it. So you guys can figure that out quickly. Good to go? Nice, nice, nice. Let's see. As my goal is to I want to try to like really good questions for the test point of view with with this topic of lines and triangles, we should be 100% good to go with these questions. Okay. All right, let's try one more. This is easy. This one should be easy. Let's see if you guys can get it quickly. There we go. Let's give it a try. So Hasni, can you please read this question for us?
In the given figure, lines A and B are parallel and lines C and D are parallel. What is the value of x?
So they give you this, these lines are parallel. Good. I see some answers faster. That's nice. Good job. Got it. All right. Sanvi, can you help me with this? Number 8.
So I did 180 minus 135 and I got 45, but I forgot what like the rule was, like the property.
Okay. Yeah, that's answer is correct, but that's good because you always need to know like how you get it as well too. Okay, so we want to make sure if this is 135, this is 135. If this is 135, this is 135. Okay, opposite angles in a parallelogram are same. So if that's 135, take away from 180, that's 45. Get it, everyone? Just by looking at it, you can get the answers like that. And so the next one, it's a little bit tricky. It's not that bad. There you go. Nice, 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 nice. Very good. Srihan, help us.
Um, could you give me a minute to like
Sure.
finish it up? Thank you.
Yeah. Take your time. Let's give it 30 more seconds. Let's give it a try, everyone. If you get that one, this is the next one. Let's see. I'll put it at the bottom.
I got my answer for number 9.
All right, go ahead.
I think it's 117.
All right, how did you get it?
First I just multiplied 36 by, since it's isosceles, like
Mm-hmm.
both the sides are the same, so I just multiplied 36 by 2,
Mm-hmm.
and then I subtracted subtracted that from 180, and then I got I got 108, and then since
Mm-hmm.
it said B is half of C, I just divided
Mm-hmm.
by 2, and then and then after that I did 180 minus 54, and I got 126, and I divided that by 2 to
Mm-hmm.
get 63, and then after that I just did 180 minus 63, and I got 117.
Yep, that's it. Everybody understand it? Since it is isosceles, just we're using the rules of isosceles. So the faster way for this one, obviously, using calculator, all right? Take away 180 minus double this, and then half of that, and then, and you can take away from 180, and then you can get the answers faster. Okay, Good. We'll keep that one. That one is easy, or not easy, but again, medium. But the number 12 is the one cookie. Kaushika, please read this question for us.
A rectangular garden with length S and width 0.5 S is surrounded on all four sides by a walkway of width 0.1 S. If the width of the walkway is increased by 50% by expanding into the garden, what is the percent decrease in the area of the garden?
Give it a try. This is a hard question. Okay? Or not hard question, but again, it's noted as a hard question. The system takes this one as a hard question. Okay? And some of you guys can do it easily, but again, some of you guys can struggle with this. But the system considers this one as a difficult one. I'm going to give you more techniques when we talk about percentages. Then you can get more techniques on that day. But right now, let's give it a try and see if anyone really gets it. If anyone got it, just let me know, put a thumbs up on the screen, okay? I want to see who got it. Still working? Okay. Tanya got it? No? Okay. Srihan? Get it?
I'm not. I got an answer, but I don't know if it's right.
What did you get?
I got 40%.
Try again. Let's see. Sanvi?
I didn't get an answer
You
yet.
didn't get the answers. Okay. This is David. No. What's your name? I forgot. Not David though. Kaushika, Ara, Karnell. No. Sai Hasni.
Think I got it.
Okay, awesome. What is it?
28%.
How did you get it?
You find the original area and then the new area, and you do old. I mean, yeah, old minus new over old, or new.
Good job. That is correct. Okay, let's go over this one. Since all of you guys are struggling, let's go over this one carefully. Okay, I'll explain it step by step, and then probably, we're gonna learn technique when we come to this chapter. Okay, right now, let's go answer this one proper way. So the first thing, rectangular garden is the length is S. So I'll take this one, S. And this is the width is 0.5 S. Okay, so that's what it is given. Now, surrounded on all four sides by a walkway, the width is 0.1. So there is a 0.1 width right here. There's a walkway. Okay, so this is 0.1 S. The width of the walkway is increased by 50% by expanding into the garden. So that means we're expanding to the garden, not outside. You got to understand this. So we're moving. So we're expanding into the garden. So we're going to go here, right? That is what is happening. So when you expand it, obviously it's going to expand it to all the sides too. Now, how much is increasing? 0.1. This increased by 50%. That is the important thing. So now, obviously, if this is, it increased, so the original garden, that one should go down, right? It is going to decrease by how? So it's a 2 times, then it's the width is 0.50% S. Okay? So that is going to be 0.1 S. So if that is the percent, the new dimensions are going to be, so oops, what happened to this? 0. I hate this. Oh, come on. Okay. So the new dimensions will be 0.9 S because we're subtracting that. And the other one is the 0.5 minus that one is 0.4 S. Okay. Now let's go multiply these. So the area 0.9 S times 0.4 times S, which is 0.36 S square. Good to go? Now the original one, this is the increased or the decreased one, the original one, and you still have S times 0.5 S, which is 0.5 S square. Everybody following with me? Okay. Now what's the change? Percent decrease or so percent increase or percent decrease? Now we're going to find the change. So percent decrease. Percent decrease. That one will be 0.5 minus 0.36 over the original. Okay, so do the math. You get 0.28, or that is 28%. Everybody understand? Kind of? Not sure? Yes. Ramon, yes. Now I remember your name. Finally, I got it. Okay, yes, go ahead, Ramon.
So I did 0.36 or I did 0.14 divided by 0.5 times 100, and that still gave me 28%. Is that fine?
Yeah. Tell me one more time how you do it.
I did 0.14 divided by 0.5 and then times 100.
0.14. How did you get that?
So 0.5 minus 0.36.
0.5 minus 0.36. Okay. And then?
And then you get 0.14. So you do 0.14 divided by 0.5.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what we
no, yeah, that's the same thing. All right.
yeah, that's what we did too, right? Yeah, that's what we did. It's pretty much too. Okay. That's very good. Good job, guys. So with this, we covered pretty much all the lines and triangles, that entire basics of that geometry beginning is good. Okay. We're going to cover more. And before I let you guys go, and I'm going to see if I can open one of you guys. Let's see. I'll take one of you guys the portal. And I'm going to show it to you where you can find your work. And also, let me see. Or I'm going to take yours quickly. So quickly, if you go to the attendance and notes, and you can find the links right here. Okay, this is where the notes will be updated. Okay, even whether it is the, it seems like RI is in AP Pre-Cal as well. So these notes is up here. So like that, whatever the classes you're going to take, your notes will show up here. And this notes is the one we are writing on here. Okay, that's what you're going to get there. Now, if you want to find your homework, where you're going to go, you go to online resources. You go to online resources, shared space. And in this one, obviously, we are SAT, ACT. And then there are two things. From the last reading class, you have a homework from there. Please get this done, study, go through it, and then at the end they have some questions on it. Some of you guys already turned the homework in. That's good. Now for the math, I already updated the homework for you guys. If you click on this folder, you have two of them, triangles and lines. So you have two documents that you need to work through it. So if you click on it, they have some examples on there, so that way if you're lost, you can look at these examples and information, and then some questions up here. Okay, and then same thing like that. So there are more information. So that's how you're gonna finish up these questions. You're gonna do it on a piece of paper, however you want to do it, and then you come back here. Once you're done with all the work on your piece of paper, go to study log and try to put some time here. Right here, how much time did you spend? Use a timer. Or you can do it manually. It's up to you. I don't want you to keep stress on this one, but just if you're sitting down and then start working, just start the timer and it will tell you how much time you work on it. Or if you want to do it, you're not next to the computer, but you did it on paper, and then you just add it manually. So you can put how much time you work on, what did you work on, and then use your phone or tablet and take a picture of your work and upload it here. And then we will take a look at it. Okay? All good? Any questions? Any questions? And let me see. I'm gonna see. Okay, so we did learn a lot of techniques today, guys. So please remember these techniques, and that's how you pick up the speed, and that's how you can get the really good scores. We have students like they are 1570s crossed out of 1600, so it's easily you can get a good scores. So I know you can do it. Okay, so all the best with that too.